Hey everyone, Vazzy back here, and today is my first episode of my Tampa Bay Lightning franchise mode here in NHL 24. So with this being my first episode of the series, and my first episode in any franchise mode series, I just kind of wanted to go over some introductory stuff in this first episode, so don't really expect to see any simulation or anything too crazy. We will get into that next episode. And with that being said, I chose Tampa for a couple of reasons. Mainly they are my favorite team, but that wasn't really the only reason. I feel like I know them overall pretty good, and this is going to be more of a trial run for franchise mode here, and kind of how I want to do things going forward. So I thought using them would be a good kind of test franchise here for you guys. And overall, Tampa's just in an interesting spot right now. Obviously coming off a couple of cup wins here a couple of years ago, but now Stamkos is in the final year of that contract without an extension. We are without Vasyrosterupdates for the first 2 months, which I will go into a little bit later here in the video, what we're going to be doing with that. But yeah, overall I thought they'd be a good team to choose for this first franchise mode. And with that being said, so I have decided on a format for these going forward. I'm going to try and do half a season of video. So it'll be the first 41 games for the first episode, the remaining 41 games for the second episode, playoffs if we do make it for the third, the draft, free agency following that, and kind of staying to a format similar to that overall. And when it comes to rules and everything, I'm not going to go too rule heavy on it. I'm not going to be obviously cheesing the computer or doing anything like that. I want to kind of keep it somewhat as realistic as possible. When it comes to signing prospects, I am going to limit it to one every free agent, as I know a lot of them do get dropped overall heading into free agency, so I am limiting myself to one. So I think that's really all the rules I kind of wanted to mention here, at least off the start. So with that being said, let's get into the franchise mode and set it up for future episodes. So looking at the lines here for the first season, I kind of have everything all set up. I called up and sent down some players. So on the first line, we are looking at Stamkos, Point, and Kucherov, obviously all superstars, followed by Hagel, Cirelli, Jeannot. Third line is Sherry, Paul, and Marella. And our fourth line is Easymont, Glendening, and Mott. Overall, pretty good forward core, not too bad to start with Tampa Bay. Moving to defense, we have Hedman, obviously, and Sergachev, the two big guys, Chernak and Dahan, and Radish and Perbix. So the bottom defense could use some work, but overall it's not that bad when looking at the defense. And moving to goaltenders, we have Jonas Johansson and Hugo Allenfelt. So I am going to be scratching Vasyrosterupdates for the first 2 months, as he is injured in real life, so we are not going to have him for the first 2 months of this franchise mode. And when looking at our prospects and draft pick situation, overall when it comes to rookies, it's not amazing. We do have a couple of guys that are alright coming up here in the next couple of years, obviously headlined by Isaac Howard, Ethan Gauthier, even Groshov did really good in the preseason, guys like Thompson on defense. So we do have some prospects that are going to be coming up, but overall it's nothing too crazy at the moment for Tampa Bay. And obviously the draft pick situation is going to be a little bit of an issue for us here, at least at the start. Obviously the 2024 first round pick went to Chicago in the Brandon Hagel trade, and the 2025 first went to Nashville in the Tanner Jeannot trade. So the first 2 years we are going to really have to be in that win now state and really try and contend for that cup, as we don't have the first round pick if we do fall out of the playoff race. So with that being said, let's get into things here. I'm just going to sim up the preseason here with you guys, kind of see how this team's performing. So going against Toronto, we do lose 7-6 in the shootout. Vancouver Canucks trade, no, we don't need that. Seattle Kraken, we do beat the Wings 4-1. Lose to the Panthers 2-1 here. The Senators, we do beat 4-3. And I do just want to note, I am going to be going through this in the calendar simulation like I am here throughout the season. I just find it more immersive than going through the calendar, just going through it fast. So let's jump into a game here against Montreal, see how we do in the real-time sim. So first period here, 1-0 Habs, Christian Dvorak on Johansson. Let's see, second period, 2-1 Evans and Hagel. So going through things here slowly in the third. Shots are dead even. Calvin DeHaan ties it up there with a goal on Jake Allen. I like to see that. So tie game here, 2-2. 5 minutes left in the third period. Are we going to see some overtime here? Oh, Stamkos with 9 seconds left. The captain gets the game winner. That is what you like to see. And I believe that is our final preseason game of the preseason here. Yes, it is. So yeah, I think I'm going to cut the video around here. Maybe we can look at some preseason stats here, and then I will save the regular season for the start of next episode. And just looking at some stats here quickly, Brayden Point absolutely killed in the preseason, putting up 15 points. Stamkos, Kucherov, 13 and 11 respectively. Everyone overall did pretty good. Morella, Cirelli, you want to see a little bit more from. Obviously the bottom guys you don't expect too much from. Jonas Johansson, really good numbers, 9-on-1, 264. That's overall really good, and we're going to need those with Vasilevsky being out here. But yeah, I think I'm going to cut the video here for this point. Definitely let me know, what do you guys kind of want to see in a franchise mode here going forward? Obviously, like I said, this is a complete test, kind of a trial run here in NHL 24. I know there's tons of different ways to do it. Obviously you have Tugi, he likes to do more of the shorter ones like I do, more episodic. Tactus goes through a whole season each episode, and obviously there's no wrong way to do it. There's just obviously people prefer different things, and yeah, I definitely am curious to hear what you guys all prefer. If you want me to go through a whole season in one episode, I can definitely try that and kind of see how it goes. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think on that. I'm thinking I'll probably do, maybe I'll try and shoot for 1 episode a week. Maybe we can do franchise Fridays or something like that. No promises on that, but kind of see how things goes overall here. But that is going to do it for this introductory episode of my Tampa Bay Lightning franchise mode. I will see you all in episode 2, where we will kick off the regular season.